Kia ora Noa Whenau here, host of Small Blacks TV, and right now you're watching World Rugby TV. The Small Blacks Rugby show itself is a magazine type show. It's got a lot of elements to it. Originally it was about 30 minutes, but now that we've realised that kids like things in bite-sized bits, we've changed it to a 12-minute show. It runs for 20 weeks, but because it's been going for 12 years, we're getting pretty good at producing it. Community rugby is probably the forgotten piece of the game. That all the focus is on the big boys, the Super Rugby competitions, the All Blacks. Community rugby does make up 99.9% of our playing population. Someone has to look after them, and that's our job, so that's why it's pretty important. I'm an ex-school teacher, my wife's a school teacher. I have 3 boys, that probably says enough about my background, but I invented rugger in my classroom with some 9 and 10-year-olds, and then the kids came up with this world called Ruggerland, and his friends, William, Webb, Alice.
It was Saturday evening in Ruggerland, and after a big day of rugby, and more rugby, the Ruggabees all sat. And
I'd made it into a comic when I was a teacher to help boys read in my class. In between that time, I was a rugby development officer for Taranaki, and my natural progression was obviously to come here to New Zealand Rugby. All the content sort of oozes from being able to be a little free and think outside the box. A lot of that comes from Serial TV, which is the production group. Me and Mark Weekly, the owner of that company, we tend to get together once a year and just think, how can we make this entertaining? And so far we haven't been told off.
You know, before each season, Peter and I will sit down and talk about, you know, what he wants to get out of the show, you know, the key deliverables for him, skills-based, exercising. Maybe you'll say, well, you know, let's have another cooking show. And he'll let me know, you know, so what All Blacks, you know, are keen to be involved. All the All Blacks we use do it in great spirit. They want to be part of it because it's for kids.
The show itself showcases our 5 ambassadors. We have Portia Woodman, Bodie Barrett, Dane Coles, Kieran Reid and Nihi Milner-skudder as our 5 ambassadors. So that's a pretty cool group of superstars, and we use them in showing skills, a lot of values, just oozes values of rugby, we believe. We've had things from Conrad Smith reading the news.
Listen up, my homies, because the snake got some news. You're going to get down on it, you dig?
We've had Ma Nonu as the hooded knight.
What the? Cuz chicken. I is the hooded knight. You haven't heard of me yet, because I'm from the future.
I can't name an All Black that has said no to appearing on Small Blacks TV.
Let's go, Magpies!
Generally, it's a show to say, have fun, be with your mates, and have a good time. Random Rugby TV came about by, we had a brand called Random Rugby, and we have a difficult area in our teenagers. Our teenage population playing rugby is actually dropping. It drops about 1% per year. So we knew we had to do something, and we've been doing a whole lot of initiatives to try and fix that problem. So we took the same principles that we had with Small Blacks, which has been so successful, and decided we'd try a Random Rugby TV program.
Hi, I'm All Black Victor Vito. Big Vic to all my adoring entourage.
I'm All Black Corey James. People call me handsome. I mean CJ.
Random's all about delivering bite-sized pieces. You know, the longest segment we have is 2.5 minutes. So it's all about going bam, 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 and it is. It's a really quick magazine type style show. The segments on it are vibrant. You know, the music's a lot different. It's more upbeat. It's more contemporary.
Let's roll.
Here we've used Sonny Bill and Makeri Bradman, who's a well-known presenter in New Zealand, and tried to put across some zany, random type snippets for teenagers to enjoy.
You, what is your name?
Eugene.
Okay, Eugene. Give Big Vic some hurt.
Okay. Hey Vic.
Yeah, what?
Liam Masson's way better than you.
skill and fitness development is oozing out of the shows. So both Small Blacks and Random, we have fitness and warm-ups and things like that on the show. The way the kids learn now, they're all self-taught. So although they're getting coached 2-3 times a week, the Small Blacks TV show and the Random TV show, if we can put it on there, the kids can actually go refer to it later on and grab what Sonny Bill Williams is saying about fitness, or seeing how Kieran Reid hits a ruck. That's the main purpose of having skills and fitness on the TV shows. We always try and say, is this just entertainment or is there a value? And I think with rugby it has so many values that we can actually be quite creative. I mean, having fun, being with your mates, discipline, learning some new skills, there's quite some unique ways of doing that. But I think it's also important that if we just made it a rugby show, that we'd lose the audience pretty quickly, because we're not just trying to appeal to rugby kids, we're trying to say to the rest of the community, hey, look what rugby's got to offer.